start.
Well, I don't like that. It went off, so it's missing like a few minutes. I almost think maybe if it did record it, it'll have it. This thing's a little bit kind of Mickey Mouse. It's probably going to be Mickey Mouse up here. I was talking about Hannah and the Gothic thing. Even though it's a few seconds, I don't know. Maybe I could like record it someday anyway, or put it online or something anyway. Again, I don't like that, but oh well. That's life in the big city. There's where you gotta go. I was just saying too, is like it reminds me of the Jar of Hearts video, where it's like, you know, you start off and you gotta get up, and you gotta go, and you gotta kind of walk. And it's flat, and then you like conquer one hill right after another. You know, where you're stepping over and stuff, and videoing it, you know, and it's just what you gotta kind of do, I guess. See, all this you take apart, and you put in big, you know, building shaped like so, and so I don't know, anybody that's, you know, the heels, anybody that's watching, you know, that's what I'm after. So that's what I'm working for. I think that's what a lot of other people are working for too. Everything can be automated and nobody has to work, and they just come here. We have water piped in from the Yukon, and it's just like, but we're just, you know, everybody's just kind of going through the motions because nobody really knows what to do, and everything works rather well right now, so at least that's what they figure. So there we go. Oh, and I timed the thing too, and I lost that. It went out probably about 3 minutes into it. And that stopped working. Damn. Alright. Is it 2 o'clock? Right now, that's not right. 12:58. Okay, so at 12:20 you need to check it. Yep, and if you can't help it, you never build on like hills. Like, you always build a lot on hills like this. You never have like little houses and things like that, because you need all the flat land for having animals run around that you gotta eat like later. It's such a waste. I really see like what, you know, the Chinese were telling me. It's just such a waste. This is like in my life too, where he's like up on the hill and he like video stuffs and stuff like that. And here's my new bag, which I don't entirely get. I don't know. I had a cousin, I guess, Ron Romack, who was a lot like Michael Keaton, and it's just sort of like, why would he do something in a movie that's like favorable to what I'm doing like right here? And then be like how he was there at the house, at Beverly's house. And then there's like Shannon too, back in like 2004. You know, where they're basically, you know, they literally said, have a nice life, and basically were telling me to get lost. I said that, and I don't think Beverly knew about it. And then I said that in let's see, I probably have been up here before. I just haven't been up here in a while. This is interesting. So I'm kind of like looking around, and I think that's when she did the Jar of Hearts, because that came out in July 27th. I think the song was released. That was that's my birthday, July 27th, 1972. I think I've driven up here, or it was a place that kind of like, yeah, I think I drove up here a little while ago, a couple of years ago. I need to go up there. That's like what I'll do in the morning sometime though. Now if I go over here, that's fine, but it probably takes me down to Burnside. I'm not sure if I really want to do that. Yeah, you build buildings like that, shaped like so, pointing south. So, anyway, And I was talking about that summer, in the summer of 2010, and I was just like, my family doesn't like me. I guess it's a fake family, I suppose. This is one of the reasons why they don't like me, I suppose. You know, and I was just like, I remember telling that with like Linda. There was a little bit of stuff where I was like with Joan had like died, the woman I was caretaking for, or whatever, and died, but whatever. And she just decided to kind of leave. It just wasn't working. They got about 3 years on any idea, and then it's not really. It gets to be kind of obvious that it's not working. And anyway, so I started talking about that. She was like, Linda was like, "Why don't you go visit family or something like that? Get some of that money I got or something." I didn't have very much. It was just like, "Why don't you go to this, that, and the other stuff?" They hate me. My family does not like me at all. And at the time I was even kind of talking in terms of like, I think they know a lot about what I'm doing with the protein power thing and everything. And they were basically getting me to shut up, or somebody else was getting them to do it for them. And the fools like everybody is, they there they go. Ooh, missed the bird. Well, I got it. I just didn't. So. It looks like bellyache now, but it's just like, well, that was 2004, guys, and you're out running around making movies and singing and dancing on stage, and it's just like, I'm still out here, and what the hell were you thinking? And it's just like, well, I think, it's like in Chariots of Fire, a different God, a different mountaintop, I'm dealing with a lot of people that have, like, other goals in mind, and, okay, I guess we're against each other. Or people say they're in favor of me, but I think it's one of those problems that they have when they get to a point like now where it's just like, for my own survival's sake, I need to like, I need to like, I need to be like in favor of this person or something like that. But I was like, it's a little bit late though, isn't it? And I caught that. And the problem is, it's like, you can do harm, but you can't do anything to make up for it. And it's just like, well, don't do anything, don't get into this sorts of stuff if people allow you to do harm, and then you can't make up for it, because they'll let you do harm, they won't let you make up for it, and then you're kind of more or less still kind of like trying to not have things like happen, or people will doubt your sincerity, at this point. And I'm of the mind where I'm just sort of like, am I wrong? And it's just like, well, it looks that way, but it's just, and it's like, I know, it's, blue, green. It's like, why did you, I forget which color it is in the Matrix, but it's just like, why did I take the green pill? Why did I take the blue pill or something? Gosh, I didn't know all this was like up here so much. This is interesting. Oh, I didn't get on film, did I? Damn. Well, it was following around. There's stuff otherwise. I was doing this yesterday at down there in Northwest Portland. So let's see. I love this. Ain't this just an interesting place? Only like 5 minutes into this thing. I guess so. Am I running out of hills though? Go up like there. I don't know. Looks like a bird up there. I guess it's got a nest. Oops.
Bad power.
Bad power, damn. You have like a building like right here. You have some like nice parks. Well, you have like some hiking trails, and then you can have like a nice, park. People go down in the little tube and go down to the Willamette Valley and, you know, go for a nice little walk. Dang. Spend the day at the park, whatever the heck people want to do, I don't care. I don't think it's low power on that thing. I think my camera just misjudges, probably intentionally, how much or little power is in this thing. And so, hey, CNN, Fox News. Let's do ArabNews.com. Let's do Gulf News. Isn't there a Gulf Times, I think? There's like a Kuwaiti Times. Let's do the news in Kuwait. And then we got Iran, Iraq, Kurdistan, you know, where the Kurds are all about or something. And then we got, oh gosh, I don't know. Let's do BBC News, France 24, Le Monde. So much my French. Nice Matin, there's like that news there. News in Italy, whatever they're doing over there, and in other places and stuff. There's Africa 24, all Africa news, and then let's do the news in South Africa. Just say some. Probably should get a list of that. Read off down the list. Where's that bus? There's actually a bus that goes through this road right here. Now, it only goes like during rush hour, so I'm kind of going like, okay, you know, it only goes like during like rush hour, so I'm kind of going like, I want to ride it during rush hour to see if like anybody like, whoa, watch out. To see if anybody actually like rides the thing. This is low power. This thing is like so Mickey Mouse. I think it's basically designed for people to like do something, you know, very quick, like, you know, skateboarding stunts or something, and so that'd be on for, or like, you know, you're bringing in a fish or something like that, you know. And does it last more than like 25 minutes? No, not usually. But I don't know. You think like people go like snorkeling with it and stuff? They'd want like more minutes or something. I don't know. Dang. Okay, battery's fine. 12 minutes, so I'm about halfway through. Oh look, it's like Mount St. Helens with a little bit on it. Literally like something bit it. There's Mount Adams. See, somebody could have a building up here, and a bunch of people, you see, thousands in a building or whatever, however it works, hundreds I suppose, or whatever. You know, and they could have a nice, some of them anyway, would have like this nice view or something. Or like here would be kind of, the building would be designed around like the cliff itself or something, so people could kind of have like a view where they go out on their porch and they could like look and stuff like that, you know. I don't know, you know, there's somebody right now now, and then they'll especially be like later, I suppose. There's people right now that are like, you know, I mean, you're suffocating over there in like, say like Southeast Asia. I've been to Singapore, I know what it's like. I've been throughout all of there. I couldn't take Australia and left early because it was like, even that was like, you know, I didn't like it that much. There's people that are, I know you're suffocating like in India and Africa, and it's just like, and you shouldn't have to like work or worry about where you're going to get water from or something like that, you know. And I have all those kind of like concerns and stuff. You should be like right here, like right now. You should have been here 100 years ago. And they're just keeping this all to themselves. That's what I'm working on. It's just, you know, a project I decided to take up. I guess I could take different ones. Show me the Carfax. There's a black guy in there. I was just talking about Africa. They got black people there. So, you know, and it's just, I'm not real big on like big speeches where it's just like, we're going to do it and it's going to, nothing will stop it. I don't know if it'll work or not. Hell, I mean, gas us all and then it'll be the end of it, you know. You could say, well, you'll commit to this, that, or the other thing. I was like, no, I'm just going to do stuff and you do stuff. Fuck, you know. Well, yeah, but you'll never quit. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe I will. I always have that option. Mentally, you got to kind of do that kind of stuff. You always got to kind of figure you can like leave, you know, at any time or something like that. Otherwise, something like this would drive you crazy. I'm supposed to do that, go to like China and be there quite a bit to wean these people off of me. And I'm supposed to every once in a while, like every few days or so, order tickets or a ticket to back here, have a whole bunch of money, because they're like, China was like, that's the one thing they will never let you have here. And it would be mine, and be literally able to leave at any time. I'd have transportation to the airport and a plane ticket to go back home. A private jet would be like scheduled, and it would be there on the runway, and I could get on it if I want to, or I could take the ticket and I could rip it up into little pieces and throw it around all over the place. It's just one of those kinds of things. Doesn't mean though that people are like, well, you really mean though that's reverse psychology, you'll never quit and all this stuff. I'm not giving you any promises. I'm just going to do stuff and you can do stuff. I'm committed to like that, like I was with like cancer and AIDS. I'm not sure how much all that's a problem now. Look, there's Crimea. Sebastopol. That's where Ron Romack moved to, was Sebastopol, California. I get bellyache about these people, but it's just one of those things where it's just like, why are you saying and doing really that and the other stuff, and then you don't really do anything to make up for it? And it's just like, who's going to get into this from here on out and be like, I'm not sure I want to do something or say something destructive or mean, and then, like he says, not be able to make up for it. Maybe I'll at the very least be neutral. And a lot of parties in this, and the Chinese and really the whole rest of the world, they tend to be kind of neutral, and they're really not into wise words of wisdom and all that humanist stuff, which comes from the Priory of Zion. Isn't that what we're all fighting against? What are you doing? If there's an emergency and a problem, that needs to be dealt with. And if you can't deal with it, then don't tell the person that's dying that you're not going to do anything to help them with. Don't say, now let me give you some wise words of advice that and instructions on how to think and and then you'll be a happier, more positive person. It's just yeah, I'm kind of suffering here, so it's the rest of the world. I know I can say some things that are kind of nice, I know you're suffering and you're all working at this stuff. Some of you that are out there suffocating, you're in la la land. I don't give a damn. You got your reward. You got it right now. And it's just I know what you're going through to some extent. I've been to Singapore and stuff, and then they got me here and they got me living the way I am, and I'm not happy about it. So I want to improve my lot, and I'm sure you want to improve yours, and it's just well, let's just work together and see what happens. I think it'd be kind of interesting to be able to look around here and just kind of think that I got buildings here and water piped in from the Yukon, and other people would really do most of the work and most of the thinking on it, and they could say the same thing, and it would just be kind of nice. I could walk around here and they'd be Chinese people, or they'd be African people and stuff, and I could just kind of think, they're not having to work and stuff anymore so much. This is where I was before, I think. Yeah, it was. Okay. Because of what I did here, so, and that's nice. What they got going on here is you already got your reward. That's what I'll get from La La Land. Lots of advice and wise words of wisdom and all this other kind of nonsense. The reason why I'll get that there is because you're already kind of set. It's what about me? And what about the rest of the world? Even if I was living in comfort, it's kind of different though when you're when I know I've been here before, that's all right. I gotta plan this a little bit better. It's a little bit, it's think outside the box, and this is I'm the shipping manager. I gotta think about the box. I'm the one that's got to bring everybody over here, even in the very lap of luxury, though. It's just it's different when you're the only one, or the one that can do this side of the other stuff that other people just can't do. Well, someone's got to do something, and I'm the only one to do it, and no one else is doing it. Because like I've said before, though, too, if there was 20 other people just like me, and whether they were doing stuff or not, let's say they were all doing stuff like I'm doing, I'd still be doing this, probably I'm sure with the same intensity. I could even get a house in Hannah, it would be like really nice and all that kind of stuff, and I'd still be like, okay, but I still got to go out there and go to work. I would just have, with more money, I just simply have like more resources and be much more of a nuisance. I'd have a camera that would run quite a bit. I mean, I could like do, you know, YouTube or Facebook Live, have it connected to wireless internet or satellite internet or whatever, and you know, and then I would, you know, I could do this like pretty much like non-stop all day, and put little stickers out saying, you know, I could say like, you know, catch my live show because I'm doing it right now, and have a little sticker, and here's my website. You know, I don't have those resources right now. If I did, I'd do that kind of stuff. Roanoke, Maywood. Okay, I went down Roanoke. I think that was it. So I think I gotta go this way. Although I could be wrong. Long blonde hair. So the British and the Germans stayed, right? And the French didn't know where they were going. They were like glasses on somebody that, but the glasses don't fit, right? Isn't that like in 12 Angry Men a little bit, right? Isn't that France? I don't know. I don't want to speak for my some of my friends, especially when I'm. See, I don't want to get into other departments that are really not our mine, so I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say anything more. Actually, I don't think I remember anything more. Whew. Okay, how much time do I have? Where's Alaska? People, when I have a camera, people act like they've never seen a person with a camera before. Hiya. Oh, I should have got that one. Did not look happy. I hate getting into like, I'm fighting for you and I will advocate and I will never quit. And it's just like, no, I can quit anytime. I don't give a damn what you think. Maybe I want to build a bunch of buildings here and move the whole damn world over here just for the fun of it. I don't know. Maybe just to stick it to all these idiots, you know. Maybe that's the only reason. Who gives a damn? Maybe it's out of pure selfishness, you know, where it's just like, I want a house in Hannah and I want a nice car. I want a few nice cars. I want a whole garage full of nice cars. Who gives a fuck? I'll move the whole world over here. You know. And then we got 7 billion people listening right now, and they're like, that's fine, whatever motivates you. Let's get our things packed and ready to go, although it's maybe not quite yet. I know a lot of you have probably heard enough, probably added up to here with inspirational speeches and how suffering is like noble or something, you know, from whatever other side's in this. I don't know what you hear, but whatever you've probably heard plenty. Okay, we got there. That goes down to Burnside. I'm gonna stop this thing. Well, soon. I have 1 minute left. Okay, let's just go ahead and go with the minute. And then I got another battery and I'll put that in and do another video, and then I have to download all this before I can do another one. I know it's almost like I'm wasting a Sunday, but I'm thinking I got all spring and summer and any day out of the week to go downtown. I suppose I like days like today and do this kind of stuff. You got to go where like the money is.